going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the forest biome and some DD2. This is defense mode as we are farming up the souls of night. I'm sure quite you guys are doing some soul of night farming, and this is an easy 100% AFK build. Now, I say 100% AFK build, but it's not really, because you still have to hit G. However, I like to build this map out, turn around and watch a little TV, and then just reach over and hit G every now and then. That's what we got. Shy of doing some no-nos and getting some sort of macro or script running. This is as AFK as it gets, as we're not going to do any upgrades or any repairs at all on this map. Now, basically, we start off, we got 1,000 green mana. Now, we know we've got 4 lanes, so I've got 250 DU to spend, or 250 green mana to spend on those 4 lanes. Now, we're going to start right off up top with a PDT. Now, we're putting it back here by the flat top mushroom on this one, and going to angle it just about like that. Now, we're going to be using some mystic walls on this one. Use whatever walls you want. I know Mindless in his video, he used apprentice walls and put multiples down. Whatever flavor you want, any wall will do. Anyway, we're going to put the walls just in between the 2 squigglies there, and just to the point where the PDT is crossing. So we want anything that's stopped right there at that wall to still be taking some PDT damage. And that's going to get it for us. Now we're going to switch on back over to our Serenity Aura Monk. Now this is not a Boost Aura Monk. This is 100% Serenity Aura Monk. And, I mean, you could use a different monk if you have 2, which I actually do, but I already have to do some swapping in this one, so I didn't want to do any more. So then we're going to throw a Frosty right here and move on over to the second lane. Now, as you see, we still have 90 DU to spend on this lane. 50 DU is going to go right there into that PDT. The other 40, we are actually going to come back because we are going to have to do a little bit of character swapping here. So let's go ahead and switch back over. Now this time we're going to put the PDT right at the top of the stairs. The only reason I say that is it gives it the maximum length for the poison to travel and the baddies to run before it gets up there. And of course we're going full AFK on this, so we want to make sure we're not having to pop in to do anything spectacular. And then going to throw a wall down, say like right there, and we'll go ahead and pop one up on there. Then we're going to switch on over, drop our boost and our Serenity. And then switch to our Frosty Apprentice and get a little Frosty Lovin' in the mix as well. Now, obviously, without any traps or beams or auras or anything else, the Frosty's not getting the full benefit, but just that 30 DU for the slow is why I'm taking it. Now, same thing here. We're going to go right at the top of the stairs. We're going to go ahead and throw our Mystic wall right in between the 2 squigglies there. Let's get a Boost Star down and a Serenity, and then we'll switch on over and get that Frosty laid down for this side as well. Now we're going to come on over and we're going to basically just rinse and repeat here. Now, ideally this would probably be the best place to set up. However, that does give them quite the long path to travel, so trying to avoid any unnecessary travels of any great distances, I'm going to move up just a little bit more. We're going to throw a PDT right there. We're going to get our wall down, same as before, right in the PDT range. Then we're going to switch over and drop a little boost, some Serenity Aura, and then a Frosty. Now, I said there was going to be some switching required, and now we're getting to the point where we're going to need to do that switch. So we're going to go ahead and get the Frosty up here, and then get rid of the Frosty altogether, and I'm going to bring out my Abyss Lord. You guys can do whatever else you want for the last tower. It doesn't really matter. I personally am using the Abyss Lord. So let's see, where do I want to put this? Ideally, I'd like to kind of get it up in the air. It's not going to let me go up here, is it? It doesn't look like it. So I do want to keep it inside of that boost aura, though. So I tell you what, why don't we go... Hey, you know what? I'm just going to not take advantage of both sides and just go right there. I'll go right at the edge of the boost, and that's going to give me just a little bit of extra loving. Now, you see we've got 170 DU left. So 170 DU means I can throw another archer, say right there. Another right there. Forgot to get that PDT upped. And then with the remaining 40 green mana, I'm going to go ahead and come back over into this area and just going to slap the archer right there. Now this particular archer I like to turn a little and have the gap right behind the blockade. And the reason being is if this block does get smashed, I'm going to have something else still firing into the bads as they get over on this side. Now I'm going to hop back on over my monk, kick it right up on here, and I'm going to start up this week's episode of Westworld that I missed. And we will be back at the end of the run to inspect everything and see how it did it. Alright, so we are back for Wave 7, and as you see, we got a Slakelion here, which is one of the things that can cause a problem as far as going full AFK on this build, but I've had no issues with him. In fact, he popped on like Wave 3 or 4, and through all the other times, he still hasn't made it even close to that blockade, and that leads me to believe that that blockade is actually not even needed. Let's now, of course, it depends on what bosses come out. If an ogre would have came out of that lane, then that block would have been needed. Same thing here. Most of the ogres that have come out this far side, yet that wall still stands. Let's check and see how low it got. It actually didn't get hit very hard at all. One of the nice things you get is when the ogres do come out is if they get all the way to the wall, all the little guys tend to bunch up right there. And then as they explode from all the poison darts exploding, plus the explosions from Purge Evil, it just really, really just burns the ogre down. Right when it looks like he's going to start doing some serious damage to your wall, he just disappears. Now, as you see right here, same thing. We got a nice pack coming with them, so there's going to be lots of little explosions. There they go, and there the ogre goes. So, getting a little help from the little guys as they're doing that extra little bit of damage needed to take care of business. So, as I said, I didn't upgrade anything, didn't repair anything, didn't pop a chest the entire time, and it seemed like it took about 7 minutes. And see, the inventory is filling up as well. I better address that. Just a couple of bads left, and there it is, 100% AFK. Just hitting G. No upgrades, no repairs, no nothing. Just parked. I actually didn't make it through much of Westworld at all, but I did get through the little opening cinematic and the opening credits. Now let's see, are we going to get a golden ingot? Come on, golden ingot. Doesn't look like it, unless it's just going to come really late. And then that right there is what it's all about, the Souls of Night. Now, quite a few people are farming these up right now. I personally am still on the run, trying to get all of those Terraria weapons. And it should be a lot of fun to play around with them once I get them all. Some of them I like better than others for sure. However, still got to collect everything. So thank you for watching. Click that like button and please subscribe. And there it is, 100% AFK through the forest biome on defense mode for that Soul of Night farm. Thanks again. We'll see ya.